you can be like, oh, I have 20% of my portfolio in as Sonic as an example. That could be 40% S token, 60% altcoins, and they'd be like, this is my allocation in the Sonic ecosystem. Is a better way to classify it, and that's totally okay. Because some people can be like, oh, I have so many coins. Well, that can be a bit of that can be quite a lot to keep up with, especially if they're actually like 20, 30, 40, 50 coins of individual projects that are not related to each other.
Right.
To keep up with the noise. Where like when you're seeing an ecosystem, if Sonic is going up or just staying steady, usually you can keep up with the underlying projects very well, because you have like, this is like kind of the force amplifier rudder, basically.
Yep. And so let's kind of talk about how kind of, cycles move into tops and stuff like that, right, with all of this, because the rotation between all of that, within the ecosystem as well, does have an effect on kind of like what type of things you want to be looking for, for tops in general. But for me, like the biggest, what do you call it? Kind of canary in the coal mine per se, of when, a bull market is officially over, just in terms of most likely the main macro top, because there can be double tops, like we had last cycle. But the main signifier for me is when you have Ethereum, and basically it's based on over speculation, right? Because the market, in order to get an actual 4-year cycle top, has to get so over speculated on, essentially, in terms of a nice right translated bullish, 4-year cycle, has to get so over speculated on that people just like, it's like just too much, right? So that's when we had Justin Bieber buying like crazy Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, like crazy shit was happening. I think I talked about this on my show on Thursday. I was just like, is crypto gotten too degenerate yet? Because we're like, there's a new thing called, what was it called again? It was like pump.science, which is like betting on lab rats, physical fitness in order to, like try to improve like lifespan in humans or some crazy shit like that. I'm like, yes, that's insane. But at the same time, and like, yeah, that is one of the most degenerate forms of gambling there is. But essentially, like that's nothing compared to what we've seen at tops in previous cycles. But anyways, so that the sign of over speculation when it comes to price is when you have Bitcoin peak up, you get the pi cycle top indicator hitting, and then Ethereum continues going, right? Continues making new all-time highs, keeps going up, and then your altcoin, and Ethereum usually goes up for another 2 weeks after Bitcoin, and then the altcoins go up anywhere between 2 weeks to a month. So once you get that kind of divergence in price of Ethereum and altcoins being over speculated on beyond Bitcoin, even though like the bubbles pop per se, that's what has happened at the top of every crypto cycle that we've had, especially with, when altcoins have been big since 2017. So the fact that we haven't seen that yet, right, is enough to be like, okay, well, we're back into accumulation mode here with the price being, relatively cheap.
Right. Yeah. And, so, let's just start this off, right? Like, do we think okay, Charlie, let me ask you, like, gun to your head, all right? A hand shows out of nowhere. Right? Gun shows out of nowhere. Is the bull run over?
So that the fact that event that I described has not happened yet, absolutely, it is not over yet. Will we dip here though, going into the end of February? I would give that a 60% chance at the moment.